I wanted to devise a wholesome, constructive activity that would foster a closer father-son relationship and promote craftsmanship and good sportsmanship through competition. Cubmaster Don Murphy, 1953, founder of the Pinewood Derby. Pinewood Derby racing began in 1953 when Cubmaster Don Murphy of Manhattan Beach, California developed and implemented the concept. To say the least, it was a huge hit, and in 1956 the BSA contracted with Beta Crafts to produce the first ever official BSA Pinewood Derby kits. The basics of Pinewood are the same today as they were in 1953 when Don Murphy started Pinewood Derby, but over the years the kits and techniques have seen a number of changes. The BSA even produced limited edition 18-wheel Pinewood Derby trucks in 2010. The first Pinewood Derby kit, which you can see here illustrated in the October 1954 issue of Boys Life magazine, was in use for over 20 years. The first kits were sold in unpackaged bulk sets, as well as individually shrink-wrapped kits. The kit contained a large wooden block that was 1 3/4 inches tall, with a pre-cut cockpit. Drywall nails were used to connect the wheels to wooden axle supports that were glued to the bottom of the car body. The wheels were tall and narrow compared to today's Pinewood Derby wheels. A new version of the official BSA kit was introduced in 1977. This kit had several key changes from the original kit. First, the placement of the axles was moved into the approximate location where they are found in today's Pinewood Derby kits. The blocks were reduced in height to 1 1/4 inches tall with a smaller cockpit, and the first wide wheels were introduced. This kit also introduced the current name of Grand Prix Pinewood Derby. This version of the kit was not around for long, so finding cars in unopened kits is rare. The 1980s saw several changes to the Pinewood Derby kits. With these versions, the axle supports were completely eliminated. Instead, the nail axles were inserted into slots in the car body, just as they are today. Cars from these kits can be identified by the letter CMI on the outside of the wheel. In 1988, there was another change to the car kits. This kit had a new package and some slight changes to the block. Also, the raised letters on the outside of the wheel were removed, and the raised letters of Made in the USA were added to the inside of the wheels. The next change in the Pinewood Derby kits came in the early 1990s. In these kits, the pre-cut cockpit was finally removed from the blocks, getting us to the blocks that we have today. Kits from this time frame have the distinctive black box and wheels that have raised letters saying BSA and Pinewood Derby on the outside of the wheels. In 1998, the BSA switched to a new manufacturer for the Grand Prix kits. The wheels in this kit featured BSA Pinewood Derby and raised lettering on the outside of the wheels. Even with the new manufacturer and packaging, these were basically the same kit as the previous one. The wheels from these kits are still popular with adult league racers today. The most recent change to the BSA Pinewood Derby kit came in 2010. Kits after 2010 feature a new style wheel that is almost half the weight of the old wheels and has the distinctive double step on the outer wheel hub. In 2019, a new line of wheels were introduced, offering more color choices and even some colors that glow in the dark and react under black lights. So it's been almost 70 years since Pinewood Derby started, and we have seen the history of all the kits used from the very first all the way up until glow-in-the-dark wheels. Join me on the next video where we'll start looking at some of the modern innovations that are being applied to Pinewood Derby. Thanks for watching.